Hi. So I want to tell you about a TV show that I watched because one of the themes in the most recent episodes was about compromise. And it really shows how difficult it is to compromise. And as peacemakers, one of the tenets of peacemaking is to try to find common ground, to compromise, to build relationships, build bridges. And as I'm watching this episode, I'm thinking about, wow, how hard it can really be. So they were planning their first trip together, their first vacation, and they both had different ideas about how to get to the location that they chose. And they were trying to make compromise. They were trying to figure out a way, but in the end, both of them came up with solutions, compromises, quote unquote, that really were still self-serving. And they weren't really making any concessions for the other person's needs or desires. I do think that sometimes in compromise, concessions do need to be made, some give and take, right? But it was still very difficult, and it was not resolved by the end of the episode. I'm so curious to see how the writers potentially resolve this conflict. But it just reminded me of how difficult it is, how, though, at times, maybe some solutions for compromises that are so difficult is to give some concessions. Maybe it's, letting the other person get their ideas in the forefront, and then maybe later on you can have yours, maybe. But it is challenging to compromise and to find common ground. But it is worth the effort. I know it is. And I actually really think that this TV show is going to show us that it is important to listen to one another and to really work on trying to find common ground, especially if you care about someone and if you care about the relationship. So that's my food for thought. And if you can guess the name of the show, put it in the comments and maybe we'll watch the next episode together. Bye.